your sweet and weary head. Night is falling, you've come to journey's end. Sleep now, dream of the ones who came before. They are calling from across a distant shore. Why do you weep? What are these tears upon your face? Soon you will see all of your fears will pass away, safe in my arms. You're only sleeping. What can you see? On the horizon, why do the white gulls call across?
Hello, and good evening. Retro here on the GNN Gaming Network. And I want to thank everybody who's coming in, wherever you're coming in from in the multiverse, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. I want to thank you for coming down to my stream. Before I get going, if you could hit that follow and subscribe button if you like the kind of content that you see, and I hope to see you on all of my future streams. Also, be sure to head on over to geeknewsnow.net. If you're tired of clickbait articles that talk about, you know, the not truth of the geek community and the things that just draw you in only to mislead you, well, you're not going to find any of that at Geek News Now. We pride ourselves on giving you real geek news, real honest truth and interpretation of what we see happening in the geek community. Geek News Now, powered by the fans, by you guys. So thank you so much for coming on to my stream. I, again, am Retro. Hey, Wolf Angel, already coming into my chat. Good to see you. Wolf Angel, before I even get going, as always, welcome to my stream, and tell me something good about your day. For those of you who may be new to my stream, if you come into my chat, I am going to ask, I want you to tell me something good about your day, because I believe positive thoughts breeds positivity. So, come on down. In the meantime, I'm going to be playing The Hobbit on PS2. And this game has obscenely long load times, so I got plenty of times for people to come into my chat and tell me about their day. And I don't care how big, I don't care how small it is. You know, it could be you had the greatest piece of pizza today. It could be anything that you want. Anything that made your day just a little bit better. You got to do some crafty stuff today, and you're still at it. Hey, I think kind of the same way positive thoughts breeds positivity, I think creative thoughts breeds creativity. That's one of the reasons that if you talk to a lot of professional artists, one of the habits they'll tell you to get into is to keep a sketchbook all day long. So, and just doodle, because you never know where that doodle is going to inspire or lead you to. And Dark Angel, hey Dark Angel, always happy to see you on my stream. Welcome back. Dark Angel, tell me something good about your day. Yes, I know. And also to anyone who's Doc said everything was looking good for you and the babies. Oh, that's excellent. You're coming down to the wire now. You got a few more weeks before they're here, right? Can't wait. I know how exciting that is. I'm really happy for you, Dark Angel. I'll keep praying for you. I know it's a big deal having kids. It's an exciting time. For people who may be new to my stream or new to what's going on, if you haven't played this game before or if you haven't seen the previous streams, we have already met the creature golem. We have already received our one ring, and I can turn it on, which makes me invisible now. Very useful for sneaking by, but it does have its limits. You can see a power meter next to the ring in the upper right-hand corner of your screen there. And when that runs out, then I have to let the ring recharge before I can do anything else with it.
This is Dory's helmet. I do hope he's all right. That water looks foul.
Don't worry, little Jay. I'll kill the spiders for you. Don't worry. I'll kill the spiders for my biggest streaming fan. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Doesn't like spiders. I have had a pet. I've had a couple tarantulas.
Millions of them.
I've also had a scorpion that was caught on one of the beaches here in Florida. Had him for a little bit. Only had him, actually, now that I think about it, only had him for about a month. I think something was wrong with him when I got him. That and wild scorpions suddenly adjusting to captivity don't really usually do well, but it was fascinating to have him while I did. I'm not huge on arachnids. I'm not scared of them, but yeah, can take them or leave them as pets personally. Dogs, cats, fish, and one tadpole to frog. Let's see. Presently, I had a dog when I was a kid, until I was about 19. And then, let's see, I've had one dog, and then after, I've had several cats over the years. Birds, rabbits, several snakes. Presently, I only have one snake now, though he's a 5-foot albino ball python named Gomez, who is amazing, and I love him to death. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go here. I mean, obviously across the way. Do I vault? I'm supposed to vault over? I feel like that's not going to go well for me. I don't feel like I can make that. So yeah, several snakes, various arachnids, fish, different lizards. I had a Eurymastix for a while, which is a really neat lizard, and presently I've had bearded dragons. Currently I have 2 leopard geckos. Yeah, that more or less sums up the bulk of them. Hmm. How am I supposed to get up there? I am stumped. Get it? Because there's trees. I'm stumped. Yeah. I think I'm hilarious. I haven't even broken out the dad jokes yet. For Father's Day, my sister got me a book of 501 dad jokes. And, oh, I love them. They're magnificent. Are you requesting a dad joke or commenting that? Okay, so I'm just supposed to. All right, well, can't. That doesn't work. So, not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. I love dad jokes. I'll pull up a classic one real quick. Let's just open to a random page here. Have you heard about the new restaurant on the moon? Decent food, but no atmosphere. Oh, yes, that was the dad joke. I love dad jokes so much. They make me inexplicably happy. And they annoy everyone around me, which just makes it that much more magical. Alright, so I'm... rather than burn through my health poultices here, we're just gonna... See, I obviously have to get up there. The question is, I'm not sure.
Minions of the necromancer.
Not sure how to get up there. Try this again.
Evil spirits. Minions of the necromancer.
Man. Ugh, good grief. Took him out once. Now they're just ganging up on me. Not fair.
Evil spirits. Minions of the necromancer.
William Morgan Media coming on. Hey, William, how are you? Welcome to my stream. As I attempt to play The Hobbit quite badly. Well, since you're on my stream, and I think this might be one of the first times you popped into my chat, I have a rule. If you come on my stream, you have to tell me something good about your day.
A rotten tree.
Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. Oh, okay. So, yep, you come on my stream, you gotta tell me something good about your day. It helps if you don't click through those little things. Yep, it can be anything about your day, anything good, no matter how big or small. You woke up and you got your son's phone fixed. Well, I would say getting something accomplished off the list is a good thing for the day. I've heard people talk about it, and I know it's a pretty common thing among friends of mine that are in the military. But this idea that, you know, every day you wake up and you make your bed. Because if you can, because once you've made your bed, you've overcome the first task of the day. And it becomes easier, that much easier after that, to do the next task and then the next task. So sometimes just getting tasks checked off your list is the most important part your day can be. And I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I had a job interview today that I think I'm very excited about in a field that has me very excited. So we'll see how it goes. I'm supposed to hear something tomorrow definitively, but I feel like it went well. G-Veast coming in on the chat. Hey, G-Veast, welcome to the stream. G-Veast, tell me something good about your day. What do you got? Oh, no. I know Wolf Angel well enough to know where I think this is going to go. It's never good when somebody on my stream is like, hey, somebody else in my chat, do you want to see something that you don't normally see every day? And since I'm the only person you can see, that just tells me
Oh my.
I'm about to be. That's excellent news. That's excellent news, G-Beast. That makes me very happy. I'll go ahead and say it because I've said it before. G-Beast is my dad. And they come on my stream every week to support me.
Hello.
So, hi, Mom and Dad.
You don't look like any elf or goblin. I am Corwin, huntsman from Lake Town.
Hello. I'm Bilbo
Which one?
Baggins, a
Yep.
hobbit of the Shire.
Your youngest does steal your
And
phone.
I'm looking for my friends. Did you see 13 dwarves run
Mom
through
says
here?
hi.
No, but
No,
I
I'm
did see the
glad to hear,
spiders carry about a dozen wriggling
she's on the
bundles
mend.
of spider silk through that web. My friends were not so lucky. Spiders killed every man in my camp, including my
Alright, we're gonna skip through this dialogue. He's lamenting the spiders that have killed everyone in his camp. So, still can't drive for at least 4 more weeks. But hey, yeah, progress is progress. You know, no matter how big or small, progress is progress. Yeah, last week my stream was acting up. I think it was Saturday. My stream was acting up, and it kept cutting me in and out. My computer was acting up. It was just a lot of things happening at once that were going all wrong. And Dark Angel's youngest, Jay, is like my biggest fan, and so apparently she went running to her mom and was like, "Retro broke, fix it," which is just amazing. Which none of that stream from Saturday got recorded. So I'm thinking, since I had so much trouble with it on Saturday, that what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start over. That was a Friday stream, I guess. I'm going to start over this Friday. And just start that game over. Because I was just right at the beginning. And I was also kind of reacquainting myself to the game and some of the mods I had installed.
There's nothing like this in Hobbiton.
Wolf Angel, what were you going to show William? Or rather, what were you going to make me do? So for those of you who don't know, if you accumulate the streamer points, the viewer points on our channel, you can make us do silly things. And to see what those are, you can click on the link down at the bottom. And some of mine are stream specific. So like, there's the generic ones that all of us do, where you can make us sing or do something silly, wear a hat or something. Or you can do what, alright then, that was unfortunate. Drop, okay. Anyway, so you can make us sing, you can make us wear a silly hat or play two truths and a lie, or just all kinds of things that we can do. And, are you serious? Lame. But also unique to this stream, while I'm on this stream, you can redeem the points and get a random Lord of the Rings film fact. I am loaded with movie facts, or if there's another particular fantasy franchise you would like a film fact of, such as Star Wars or Star Trek, or maybe a random comic book fact, Marvel or DC, I can come up with something, but it is my choice. So because I don't know everything about everything. So I will pick something out of my library of knowledge of geekdom. You know what? I'm not gonna go to the tempted fruit. I'm just gonna stay on the path here. Do what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to know everything. I don't know everything. Now, I am very good at finding the answer to things I don't know. And I think that's an important skill. But I do not know everything. Really? I'm glad you have unlimited lives in this game, and that's because they know you're going to die a lot. Random Lord of the Rings film fact. Are you wanting a Lord of the Rings film fact, or are you wanting a fact about another franchise? Your choice. A film fact about the Hobbit. All right, you'll have to give me a second to think. Hey, Cam and Focus. He's online. Hey, buddy, how are you? Hobbit film fact. Well, what comes to mind is one I'm sure everybody knows, but he didn't get credited until later, but Benedict Cumberbatch, while he was also the voice and the motion of Smaug, as in he acted out all the movement and everything of Smaug, he was also the voice of the Necromancer as well. But I don't know if that really counts. I mean, it's not like a big secret or, you know, a filming secret. Alright, that leads back that way. But I still don't have what I need. Okay, how about this one? I believe it was the actors who played Fili and Kili were also two of the voices of the trolls. I believe that was them. I'd have to look it up to confirm, but I believe that at least two of the dwarves were also at least two of the voices of the trolls. And if you're a fan of the Netflix Castlevania series, a number of the voice actors from or a number of the actors who played dwarves in The Hobbit were also voice actors in the Castlevania series. Richard Armitage, who was Thorin Oakenshield, is the voice of Trevor Belmont. Dracula was the actor who was
These spiders ruin everything they touch.
Dwalin, I think. And there were a couple others, and even Jason Isaacs is a voice actor in the 3rd season, and he was Malfoy in the Harry Potter series. Wow. What's funny about this game is kind of like Ghosts of Tsushima and several others. There is no easy mode or hard mode. There's just the game. It's just, here, let's punish you with challenging controls. What kills me is watching people speedrun this game. It just breaks you inside to see people speedrun this in like half an hour.
These spiders ruin everything they touch.
So I'm trying, which is better, speedruns or the enjoyment, frustration of playing the game in the long term? There's a reason I'm not a speedrunner, is my short answer to that. I like watching speedruns, though, because I like seeing little optimizations people have done. I like seeing clever ways people have found to solve, problems that took me forever to get through. I really enjoy watching that, but there's a reason I'm not a speedrunner myself, is it's not something I have the patience or time to dedicate to. But I love watching games done quick and summer games done quick, GDQ every year. Not only is it a great cause, because they raise so much money for cancer research, but it's also just a lot of fun to watch these guys just for fun absolutely demolish games. Big nasty spider is down there. Go ahead and use that. Forgot I have keys.
This oil should help burn those thick webs.
So I'm just gonna run for it, because now I have what I need. But there's something to me you're talking about, with speedruns. There's something satisfying about watching somebody absolutely demolish Super Metroid in 36 minutes. There's something satisfying about watching somebody glitch Pokemon Blue so badly that they get all 151 Pokemon in 2 hours. There's something just really satisfying to me about watching those, and cathartic in a lot of ways.
Okay, I must be on the right track.
So much so that I will, sometimes to help me sleep at night, I will put on a speed run that I know is a couple hours long on my TV in my bedroom and just let that play while I go to sleep so that I have just, background noise of people talking. And if I wake up or if I can't go to sleep, then at least I have something interesting to watch. But I go through random bouts of insomnia, which I think most video gamers do. So it's kind of a thing for me. Yay, save point. Whew. Not sure that was supposed to happen that way, but you know what? I'll take it. There are some games where when I'm playing it, it's like you're playing the game and you're looking at, you can just tell, even if it's the first time you played, you can just tell that a level is a little too long, and you're like, man, I really wish there was a shorter way to handle this. Alright, I guess we're going down. Like, take this level, for instance. By most video game standards even today, this is a very long level. I think the worst, though, is the map room / 343 Guilty Spark level of Halo 1. I think that is the worst, longest level out there that I can think of, at least. Man. I came across a thing on YouTube that I was watching. It was it was game developers watching people speedrun games, like their game. And so there was one where it was the developers of Halo, and it was really cool because you got, as much as I love movie facts and and listening to the director's commentaries and stuff, that's basically what it was. They were talking about these levels that speedrunners were absolutely demolishing. And they couldn't believe that somebody had found a way to break their game so completely. And to hear them talk, and one was for Halo 1, and they were talking about how many hours they had spent programming the map room and the 343 Guilty Spark section. And even then, they were like, even with a speed run, it still took like speed running, like 14 minutes to get through that section. And they were like, this is so long to play casually. So, you know, there's a pro and con to the idea of speed running to me. But without people exploiting the glitches that they do, like I wouldn't have been able to do the Professor Oak glitch when I did my Pokemon Blue stream, where you get to battle Professor Oak, because I wouldn't have known about it. I knew about it from speedrunners. So, off topic, I'm playing with a new lighting setup and new room setup. What do you guys think? You know, and pardon the mess that is in my bed back there, but you can see I've got my Starfleet uniform on the wall. My Harry Potter robes are on the wall behind me to my left. Your right. And of course some lighting setups as well that I'm playing with. Run away, run away. And there's more of them. Of course there's more of them. Is it gonna let me save? Yay, it's gonna let me save. Middle combat. Now every time I load in, I can die. I'm glad you like it, Wolf Angel. I'm still kind of playing with the color schemes in the room because I've got some purple. I could go a little bit more intense there. Or I could do the whole room with... see if I can do this. Because here's the funny thing. I've got these different remotes for different things. Go in all red, or I'm rather fond of this combination, where I've actually got a magenta lighting on these lights, a blue around the top, and I've actually got a red and a white light in front of me to light me. So I'm kind of playing with what looks good on camera, what looks good on my camera. So, we'll figure it out. I've been using a green screen for so long that it's weird to, like, have my room in the background. That's not what I wanted to do. Great, nothing like having to jump onto a moving platform. And then I die. Throwing fireballs like Mario here. I'm not sure how one acquires. You want Retro's lights. So I'll tell you now. I will say, Dark Angel. I'm a dad, so naturally I'm cheap. I got all of these on Amazon, and they were really inexpensive. Like, the ones around the top of my room, I'm gonna get another set and put it in my daughter's rooms. Because I've been looking for a good kind of mood lighting, night lighting that I want in their room, and I think they would enjoy that, and I could let them pick whatever color they want, before bed. The other thing too is they also operate as my normal lights. The white, like the regular lighting, is crazy bright. So it's also like lights the room legitimately well. Everything is LEDs, so none of them get hot to the touch. But yeah, just go on Amazon. They're not expensive at all. You can spend a lot of money on them. Like I said, I'm cheap. But I originally got the ones up top to go around because I wanted something for my daughter's rooms. I was like, well, I'll try it out in my room on my stream, and if it works and they hold up. Because some of the read the reviews. Because some of the reviews I was reading, they talked about how, like, the adhesive was really lame. And just, like, not, like, staying sticky. But these have been up, not quite a week. And I haven't had a problem. One of the other reviews on them said make sure you wipe down the wall really well so that you're not sticking it to a dusty piece of the wall or something, like part of the wall. Stuff like that.
Looks as if 3 different objects fit on these pedestals.
Another scavenger hunt. Welcome back, William. When I talk about how long levels can be, I mean, I know I've made a lot of mistakes playthrough-wise, but I've been on this one level, almost an hour. Now, this one level, almost an hour. Had to get something to eat. Nothing wrong with that. I ain't faulting you, brother. Man's gotta eat. Now, the real question. What did you get to eat? What on earth was that? Baked chicken and rice. That sounds magnificent. Oh, thank goodness. Gained a level. Refilled my health. I pelt thee with rocks. Does that mean he got stoned? Well, you know, the hobbits and the halflings leaf. Wolf Angel has redeemed sing mode. Surprise, surprise. All right, Wolf Angel. Am I doing Disney or am I doing show tunes? You know, I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna take these guys out and go ahead and get that help. Go ahead and get the level up bonus on it. Whichever. All right. So for those of you who may be watching that have no idea what's about to happen, if you redeem the points on my channel, you can make me sing. And my niche is show tunes and musicals and such. And since I keep dying, so I was actually talking with Wolf Angel. We were talking earlier, trying to figure some stuff out with GNN Gaming. And if you've been to the Geek News Now Facebook page, you will have seen, I think it's on our Facebook page, that tomorrow, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory turns 50 years old. Now, I say 50 years old, and to me, 50 years old in my head is like 1950, even though intellectually, it's 1970. So, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory tomorrow turns 50 years old. It was released in 1972. So in honor of that, I am going to do a song from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory as my song for Wolf Angel redeeming the points. I've done this one before on the stream, but I like this song. Give me 1 second just to pull up the lyrics. Here we go. Here we go. All right. At the timestamp of 56 minutes, 49 seconds. Here we go. Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ah. No, that was not her bedtime song because Wolf Angel redeemed the points. Can you get the Pokemon theme? You can get a terrible rendition because I do not have that guy's voice at all. And it would be an atrocious rendition, William. And no, Dark Angel. Is it time for her bedtime song? I mean, I know it's like 10. Well, it'll be like 9 o'clock at night where you are, I think. It is? Okay, 1 second. And William, you would have to wait 10 minutes to redeem it because we put a timer so that people, generally speaking, didn't make me sing like nonstop for an hour. Because that happened. It was like 30 minutes nonstop of me singing the first time we initiated that point system. But as I always do for my biggest fan, for Dark Angel's little one, I do a bedtime song for her. So give me 1 second here. Let's see. Let's see. Trying to think of the song. Let me do this. I just want to get the lyrics because I haven't done this one since like the very first time we did this thing. Okay. All right, Jay, this is for you. Lulu, I'll take you dreaming through the rainy night to a place behind the raindrops where the stars are bright. You may not find gold or silver, but a richer prize waits for you behind the raindrops if you'll close your eyes. Tonight, when all the world's asleep, we will tiptoe home with a wondrous star, a star you can always keep. And years from now, when you go dreaming, when you're very old, though your crown be rich with rubies, diamonds set in gold, none will shine as bright as the star we'll find tonight, tonight, tonight. When all the world's asleep, we will find a star you can always keep. Good night to my biggest little fan, Jay. Danny K would approve. Well, I hope so. Danny K was a legend, and the thing that kills me about Danny K is everybody knows him as you know, the comedian that he was, and always doing funny roles, funny movies. But he was able to keep up with Bing Crosby in White Christmas, which is no easy feat. And so it's like, I kind of feel like in a lot of ways, Danny Kaye's like singing ability, he sings in a lot of his movies, but it's like, because he was such a comedian, he often gets put off into other categories, but he was also a terrific dancer and a terrific singer. He could tap dance. Like I said, I mean, he was up there, he was able to keep up with Bing Crosby in White Christmas. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad, you know. Run away, run away. Not dealing with them, just not gonna do it. But yeah, my whole niche is Disney songs and Broadway show tunes, musical numbers. I don't usually do, you know, I don't do country, I don't do rap, I don't do rock. I mean, I like those music, I like to listen to that music, but it's not something I'm comfortable performing. I'm more comfortable singing, like actual like musical numbers and stuff. Because you can add a little bit of you're a little free to put more of your own interpretation on it, and it's, you know, if you can't pitch match a singer, then it's different than if you then just getting close to like with a musical. So I feel like as a singer in a performance, it's a little easier on you to do that. Especially if you do lesser known stuff, because nobody actually is supposed to know how it sounds, you know, because they've never heard it before. You know what, if I don't save, I'm going to regret it. Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire, those guys were lunatics. They did things and they did styles of dance. Their tap was on a whole different level that it just was obscene. You know, you watch Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers and the chemistry and the rhythm they had in every style of dance they did. And that's why I saved. Gene Kelly tap dancing and roller skates was, if you've never seen it, YouTube it. It is absolutely worth watching. Even if you don't like tap dancing, the sheer talent and skill that goes into it is crazy. In geek news, a lot of people know this, I think, but in case you didn't, if you're a fan of Star Trek The Next Generation, Gates McFadden, who was Dr. Beverly Crusher on the show, she was a master tap dancer, master ballroom dancer. She did Broadway. She did, I believe, some of the dance direction in the West Side Story movie. And in the there's an episode in Next Generation where, to get ready for Brian and Keiko's wedding, Data asks her to teach him how to dance. And so they do this. She misunderstands and thinks that he's trying to learn how to tap dance, and so that's actually her tap dancing in that episode. I still hold that while there were a lot of very talented actors on that show, very few of them, I still put Brent Spiner as Data at the top of the list. Because, I mean, number one, playing an android like that is a tough role. That was something, you know, he was really playing a character that was the next generation version of Spock. And to play an android, to play it as stoically as he did, to get all the curiosities, the mannerisms, the way he did, but also, if you ever need to, like, confidence as to, like, the skill of his acting, watch the episode of Fistful of Datas where Data's programming gets put into the holodeck, and he ends up taking on, like, the personalities of these different characters in a Western, and he plays each one to absolute perfection. And it just kind of just proves that, like, Brent Spiner is the man. He's got a musical album out. A couple of them, actually.
Looks as if three objects fit on these pedestals.
Called Oh Yellow Eyes is Back, which was that's what GV's is talking about there. See, hang on, I gotta focus for a sec. There we go. Which was a spinoff of Frank Sinatra's album Old Blue Eyes is Back. And it's him doing crooner songs, and it's fantastic. And Patrick Stewart, Michael Dorn, and LeVar Burton are on one of the songs, as well as backup singers. The song, It's a Sin to Tell a Lie, their backup singers on, and it's pretty magnificent. So yeah, if you're a big Star Trek fan, there's a lot of what is happening. Like, what did I just show up at in this game? Like, I'm just going through, and now this insanity. Brent Spiner was actually, I believe, Patrick Stewart's best man at his wedding. I think they were the best men at each other's weddings, is how it went. And I believe Sir Ian McKellen, who was, Magneto, as well as a lot of other things. Gandalf, for example. I believe he officiated the wedding for Patrick Stewart, while Brent Spiner was the best man, and the groomsmen were Michael Dorn and LeVar Burton and Jonathan Frakes. So... I'm just loaded with trivia. Brent Spiner, there's very few things Brent Spiner has ever done where I've gone, that's kind of a questionable acting choice. Night Court was what made him famous, though. And you take somebody that was as charismatic and lovable as Harry Anderson as the judge, and you take an actor as talented as Brent Spiner and put them together, you have legendary status is what you have. But yeah, Night Court is where Brent Spiner really got his break. He also does a fantastic Patrick Stewart impersonation. Or impression, I should say. And frequently trolls Patrick Stewart at conventions. Like, if Patrick Stewart's talking, Brent Spiner will just, get a microphone and just stand up and just start talking to him from the crowd. And he does a really good Patrick Stewart impression, too. So it was... I'm gonna die. This is going terribly. And now I have songs from Oh Yellow Eyes Is Back stuck in my head. It took me forever to track down a copy of that CD. I eventually got my hands on a decent digital copy. But he released it in the early 90s. He released it, at the peak of Next Generation TV show. Better than Barbie Girl stuck in your head. Yes, there are worse songs to have stuck in my head. No disputing that one. And that's also on the list of songs you'll never hear me sing on stream. Alright. Alright, let's see if I can't kill all the peripheral people first. Duck and dodge and avoid him here. What game am I going to play next? So when I finish this, I'm actually doing a Lord of the Rings series. So when I finish this, I'll be doing the Fellowship of the Ring on the PS2, and then I'll be doing the Two Towers PS2. I'll be doing the Return of the King on Xbox, because that's just what I have it on. And then I'll do probably the Third Age after that on Xbox. That's kind of my tentative plan, but that's about as far as I've gotten with it. Alright, good to know. If I... Thursdays is always my Pokemon stream. I'm going through Pokemon Emerald right now. And then Friday is, for now, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 Sith Lords. Modded and expanded version for the PC. With a lot of the restored content put back into the game and finished out the way it originally should have been. So I've got that going. And then after that on Fridays, I'm going to be doing a Just Chatting stream. actually, where I'll put in a bunch of silly incentives and things for people to redeem points on. It may be something where I perform a Shakespeare, a section, a Shakespeare monologue, or, we play a silly game, or, I lower the point value for 2 truths and a lie. Who knows what we'll do. But I want it to be more of a just have fun and get into it. Nothing serious. I'm not going to be I'm not going to talk about politics. I'm not going to talk about religion. I'm not going to talk about, any of the big, taboo stuff. No, I'm all about fun, and I'm all about, fun conversation. So that's what that's going to be when I get there, which will probably be a while, because it took me several weeks to get through the first Knights of the Old Republic game. It's going to take me about as long to get through KOTOR 2, since I've put the restored content in. Oh, this is bad. Oh, nice. The mushrooms over here grow back. That's extremely useful to know. I did not notice that earlier. Like, that should give you an idea of how much they anticipate you to die in this, is when the health grows back during the boss fight. That kind of explains the level of punishment they expect you to take. But yeah, just fun chat. Sorry, I'm doing multiple things here. Yeah, I'm a huge Pokemon fan. Like I said, if you redeemed the points that made me sing the Pokemon song, could I do it? Yes. Will it be terrible? Oh yeah, it's gonna be bad. What's funny is if you watch video of the guy who recorded it, he performs it live at conventions. Which I think is awesome. He'll go to like after parties at conventions, and he'll have the DJ cue it up, and he'll perform it live. And I think that's pretty cool. Get Wolf to do it. Get Wolf to do the Pokemon theme. I just may have to do that. You hear that, Wolf? You may have to do the Pokemon theme on your stream. You're gonna get out here, want to stop by, check out the Pokemon stream? Yeah, man, definitely. The Pokemon stream isn't as late at night. The Pokemon stream's 7 p.m. Eastern, so it's this is my late night stream. The others are at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, and 4 p.m. Pacific, depending on your time zone. So, but I appreciate you stopping by, buddy, and I'll see you around. Why are you being volunteered? You're not being volunteered. Actually, Dark Angel just said we should get you to do it. That's all. So blame Dark Angel. It was her idea. Run away! Run away! Man. Frustrating. Very frustrating. I'm going to try leveling up again, and at least going in there with full health. roar to you too. Here's my Smaug impression. I am fire. I am death. There you go. That's my Smaug impression. Smaug the Terrible. Actually, it was a little higher than that. It was more, I am fire. Not quite. A little off. It's really something Benedict Cumberbatch just nailed. Let's just call it what it is. He was the perfect Smaug. He's great at everything he does. Let's be honest here. Sherlock, fantastic show. Great as Doctor Strange. All right, let's try this again. It's like Andy Serkis is, he's another one of those that he's so talented with motion capture, really getting the mannerisms of the characters he plays and his ability to do voices, and then turn around and be, in the Avengers, or rather in, he was in Black Panther, he was in Age of Ultron, as the same character. But yeah, he's just such a great actor. And I think as an actual face-to-face actor, really underrated. Everybody knows him from his motion capture, that I think his actual acting gets overlooked, in my opinion.
It looks as if 3 different objects fit on these pedestals.
Ah! Come on! Thanks, Dad. Thanks for coming on my stream. Good night, guys. I kind of want to make a joke, be like, all right, my parents are in bed. Now we do all the things that we would do, sneak out of the house. Not that I ever did that. All right, my parents are asleep.
It looks as if 3 different objects fit on these pedestals.
I really wasn't the one that, I never really, snuck out of that. I was definitely more rebellious than my sister was, but I was not, one to sneak out of the house and, go do a lot of things. Mostly because I didn't have friends to go do them with, so, sneaking out of the house was pointless. I didn't do a lot of crazy stuff in high school because I never got invited to parties, So it wasn't like I could, oh, I'm going to go and get trashed at some party in high school or whatever, because I never got invited to that stuff. So it was, my rebellious nature with my parents really came more in the form of my attitude that I had as, 15, 16-year-old, male. But I never really did anything crazy. I didn't have people to do crazy things with. I didn't even go to my senior prom because I had nobody to go with. I went to my junior, and that was a catastrophe. So... Never had a prom or homecoming to go to. You didn't miss much. You really didn't. Homecoming for me was, I mean, again, I didn't play sports. And so I didn't really care about any of that. So I never cared about like the homecoming football game. And prom, I went my junior year. And
Looks as if 3 different
yeah,
objects
that
fit on
was
these
that was
pedestals.
it. But like I don't look back on it and go, wow, I want to relive those years. No, I really don't. I really don't. Yeah, I could see there's definitely a difference there, you know. Ugh. I need to adjust my webcam just a little bit because I can't see. It just happens to put his health bar right behind where my webcam is.
It looks as if 3 different objects
All right,
fit
so
on
how about
these
this? While keeping, to anybody who may be in my chat, let's throw this out here. We'll keep it PG-13, obviously, because, that's our channel. We are a family-friendly channel. But what is the worst date you've ever been on, and why? Like, what went? You don't give me names. Don't go into specifics. Don't be like, yeah, I still married the jerk. Don't be like that. Just tell me what's the worst date you ever went on, and like what was so bad about it. And remember, the goal of that is to keep it fun. So you can pick a funny and something you look back on and laugh would be preferable. Let's not go crazy serious on my stream. Something you can look back on now and go, wow, that was just atrocious. That was just ridiculous.
It looks as if 3 different objects fit on these pedestals.
See, blind date. I didn't know what was going to happen. While eating dinner, the guy starts talking about you moving in with him. Didn't even know he existed until your friend tricked you into it. Wow. So first time you ever meet him, and you know nothing about him, and immediately he's like, you know, you should move in with me. It puts the lotion on the skin, or else it gets the hose again. Or maybe it was more of a Silence of the Lambs things. Hello, Clarice. Some nice fava beans.
3 different objects fit on these pedestals.
Dark Angel, if you're in the chat, or anyone else, share your worst date experience. I like how all of a sudden Dark Angel suddenly went silent. I'm still thinking about which one I want to tell because I've had a few pretty bad ones. But I look back on them and I laugh because they were probably awkward as date. Let's see. Third date with someone, their sister got super drunk, arrested, and had to go bail her out, and then she puked not only in your car, but projectile vomited on you at the same time. Oh, that's bad. So what you're saying is it left a bad taste in your mouth? Hey! I'm on it with dad jokes. I love it. That's pretty bad, though. Let's see. I haven't had one that was that bad. I've definitely gone on dates with girls I would put in the category of crazy. But probably the worst one that comes to mind wasn't, I don't know that it was her fault or my fault, really. It was just like, she's your sister-in-law now. Well, all right then. So I don't know if this one was really her fault, my fault, as it was just like a very clear incompatibility thing throughout the entire night. Went to dinner at like I don't know, I was 18 maybe. Anyway, went to dinner at the food court at like the local mall because that was like a thing then. And like while that, it's just like the conversation, like we discovered that like during the date we had nothing in common, but neither one of us was gonna like say anything. So we did that, and then we went to go see, what movie did we go see? I have to look it up. What movie was that? Because I remember it being Juno. That's what it was. We went to go see the movie Juno, which I absolutely hated everything about that movie. And it was not a good first date movie. It was not a date movie at all. Thought it would be funny, not funny. Thought it may be a good date movie, not a good date movie. And I will never see that film ever again. I hated every second of it. Anyway, mostly because I'm one of those people, I don't like Michael Cera as an actor. And I don't even know what he, she, that person, that acting individual goes by now.
different
but
objects fit
I'm just
on
not a
these
fan.
pedestals?
Never was. So anyway, hey Aelorith. So I remember that just like the whole thing being awkward and uncomfortable right up until I dropped her off back at home, and then we just never ever spoke again. Which was a shame because I was like friends with her parents. I knew them from like church. And so it was a really awkward time, and like their parents were wanting us to date. And I think their parents wanted us to date more than like we realized there was any chemistry between us. So that like to me stands out in my mind as like one of the most awkward dates I've ever been on. But next to that would be my junior prom. All right, Aelorith, you're on my stream now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As I've been getting my butt handed to me in this same place for the last like 30 minutes. So Aelorith, I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. That's what I'm going with. Ale. So Ale, you have to tell me something good about your day, and because that's a requirement, doesn't matter how big or small. When you come on my stream, I want to know something good and positive about your day, and then I want you to follow that up with the worst date you've ever been on, because that's the other topic of discussion for the evening.
It looks as if 3 different objects fit on these pedestals.
You fixed Larar's computer. Hooray! All right, Larar, one of our streamers, and Aelorith's one of our streamers as well, one of our new streamers. He streamed this afternoon before I did, playing Fallout 4. I'm glad that the computer's fixed. That's excellent. And hopefully keeps working well. All right, now tell me about the worst date you've been on. Man to man, pretend there aren't pretty ladies in the room.
Looks as if 3 different objects fit on these pedestals.
Driving to former ex's prom in out-of-state Ohio. Not even 2 hours from your house, but was forced to turn around because, and I quote, "It's me, not you." So wait, she said it's me, not you? Or you said it's me, not you? Who said the it's me, not you? Was that her? She said that? Oh. Ooh. Yeah, that sucks, man. Yeah, I just gotta... I gotta hand that one to you. That hurts. I went to my entire prom, my junior prom, with a girl I was absolutely crazy about. We had a lot of things in common. I really, really liked her, and it just was not ever returned. And I don't know what the story was. We were great friends, and we had all these great things in common. She agreed to go to prom with me. And yeah, the whole night was really awkward because I didn't realize this was before I like knew how to read people and like how to read body language. So I took her at, at what, 15 years old, I took her agreeing to go to prom with me as like confirmation she liked me that way. And so the whole night I'm like trying to act like I'm trying to, take our relationship into an actual boyfriend girlfriend level, and it just was never being returned, and I ended up making a fool of myself, essentially.
Different objects fit on these pedestals.
And then senior year, I had no one to go with. And it wasn't long after that I started, like, actually studying how to read people's body language and, like, why they do what they do and how to, like, tell, intent from people's, what people are doing. Something like 80% of conversations are held just in body language. So, like, learning that studying that, like, changed my life. Not just in dating, but just, like, in general. Mother drove them 8 to 10 hours from Ohio to Virginia. Yeah. It's, I think it's one of the reasons I went on to have, I've spent so many of the last several years of my life in sales, is because I learned how to read people. And then it kind of became a game after that. Like, how do you read people? How to read body language? And what was fun was when I was studying hypnosis. Because then it was like really understanding what makes people's minds work, how to phrase things to get favorable outcomes. How to spin a situation so it sounds positive instead of negative. All things that I learned really studying clinical psychology and hypnosis. And really just how the brain works is really all it is. But yeah, and the thing is, everybody, to a degree, I think everybody knows how to read people, but to different levels. You walk into a room, you immediately know, without them ever saying a word, without even seeing their face, you can tell from a person's body language if they're in a bad mood or not. You just instinctually know this. And of course, we notice that more with people that we're in relationships with. So it's one of those things that it's really interesting if you ever get into the study of it. There's so much good information. And also fun things you learned how to do with messing with other people. It's fun to make people get up and dance when they normally wouldn't, be the kind of person to do such a thing. It's also equally satisfying to help people discover repressed memories, so... I think I've talked about the book before, but there's a book, and if anybody ever wants to, like, get good at sales, I know now I really don't remember much from class, but it was the only student in my psychology class that passed with 100%. It's great. Wow. Yeah, psychology, it's one of the... I love studying psychology now, and I'll tell you why. Because we've redefined mental health in the last 20 years. To go from where it was common for doctors to tell you just need to feel better, to now where, self-care and actual understanding of the brain is important and treated by doctors. And so, like, studying psychology now is way more interesting than even when I was studying it in high school and college. Because we've come to understand the importance of mental health and, you know, diagnosing why the brain does the things that it does. Where I had a great grandmother who was institutionalized for being schizophrenic, and my grandmother, God rest her, she never got help for her mental health issues. Real talk here. But she never got help for her mental health issues. And we always thought she was just crazy. Because she never got help because she saw her mom get institutionalized. And then, you know, seeing where, like, when I was a kid and when I was diagnosed with clinical depression and anxiety at 14, you know, drugs like Lexapro and Effexor were new at the time. And I had one doctor who refused to prescribe me depression medication, believing that my issues were just psychological and psychosomatic and that teen angst. So, and then I had another doctor that treated it. My current doctor, he's magnificent, but he taught me something that I'll never forget. He said that when the problem with people in mental health is we don't treat it correctly. We need to treat depression and anxiety as organ failure. If somebody has asthma, we don't tell them just to breathe better. They have organ failure. Their lungs are literally failing their body. So we can't just tell them to breathe better and it becomes better. No, they have an actual issue. Their body is fighting them. If you have clinical diagnosed depression and anxiety, your brain is failing you. It is organ failure. And if we start treating the issue as if it's organ failure, then we can diagnose it as a problem. Then we can diagnose it as an actual issue. And we can try treatments to fix a broken organ, as he put it. And that was, I had never had a doctor put it to me that way, ever, until he did. And it changed everything for me when he did, and kind of gave me a different outlook on my own issue and others. So there's my long-winded rant on that. I am very big on self-care treatment and taking time for you. I think that is critically important. And I think moms have it the worst because most moms I know don't feel like they can take time for themselves. This fear that if they stop, that they'll miss something that their kids may need. They'll miss that opportunity to be mom. Not realizing that they're damaging their own energy, their own health, their own mental state by not taking a breather, by not letting somebody else pick up the slack. A lot of men suffer from it because it's still stigmatized with men. 70% of all suicides in the United States are men. On average, I think 20 men in the United States commit suicide every week. And everybody's always baffled. Nobody talks about it because mental health with men is still stigmatized. Men are also more likely to choose a more violent way to end their life. And I know this is all a very serious topic, but it's something I'm very passionate about studying. So it's, it's hard for everybody. So, like, if you're out there, you're watching this, and you haven't taken some self-care time in the last week, the last month, do yourself a favor and do it. And that doesn't mean spending, if it means spending money and doing a spa day, if that's what your happy place is, great. If your happy place is 20 minutes of quiet time reading a book, do it. It's okay to take self-care. I became a better father when I learned to find time for self-care. And my time for self-care is when my kids are asleep and I'm still awake, you know? I wait until they don't need me, you know, when they're sound asleep and they're doing well, or nights where I don't have custody of them at the time. This is a lot of therapy for me, personally. You know, find that, take advantage of it, and you'll be amazed at how much more manageable your stress becomes. You begin to look forward to those little quiet moments instead of being afraid of them. Maybe that's what my Just Chatting stream should be. Mental health advocacy. Telling jokes, telling simple things, but also giving people an outlet to
objects fit on these pedestals.
say what's on their mind, more or less anonymously. Or I could just give really terrible relationship advice. I can do that all day. Yeah. I want to give it some structure, though. I don't want it just to be completely random. I would rather, like, have a topic of the week or a jumping off point and then just kind of let it go from there. You know, I just did a 20-minute rant on mental health after asking people about their worst date experiences. So I can kind of run with whatever. You missed me going on for 20 minutes about mental health. And kind of just mental health advocacy of self-care and how important it really is for it. Man. I need to focus my attacks on the big guy. And just kind of ignore it, because I think the peripheral people, I think, just keep respawning. But the health doesn't spawn back until you kill the 3 of them. Like the guys that spawn up. So you have to, like, if you want more health, you have to kill his minions. But I remember hearing something that, like, this is, like, the hardest boss fight in the whole game.
Looks as if 3 different objects fit on these pedestals.
It's not even in the book either. I'm glad that the speed test and everything went well. You can also do if you didn't do it, you could also do a stress test where it's going to push the GPU to its limit, push the RAM to its limit, CPU to its limit, and you'll get a really clear idea of where its issue is. I recently upgraded the computer that this is running through right now to run Streamlabs. And I had to run I put fresh thermal paste on the CPU because what was on there was dried out and not really any good. So I was having major overheating issues. And so once I got that all cleaned up and new thermal paste on, I had to do a stress test. And it was, I mean, it helped. Giving a quick rundown on what exactly? I just said several things. Process of doing it. So, yeah, I can do a quick rundown on it. So, if you've ever built a computer, one component that I mean, it's your CPU, so it's your central processing unit. and you see these advertisements for, Intel Pentium. That's the processor, and it's a square it's a square metal piece about 2 inches square, goes right on the motherboard. You have to be very careful when you put that in. If you don't know what you're doing, you have to be super careful, because if any of the pins, there's 144 pins usually on the bottom or more, depending on the processor. If any of them get bent, your processor's shot. So you have to, but it will set in perfectly and will only go in one way. So you put that in. The top of it is metal. Now your CPU gets crazy hot. It's not uncommon for a healthy computer to idle between 120 and 160 degrees Fahrenheit. That's normal for a tower PC. That is a healthy heat. If you're gaming or stressing it, it's not uncommon to go above 190 or in the low 200s. If you get above 230, you're overheating, and you're going to burn out your motherboard. So there is a fan that's on top of your CPU, and if you look at your motherboard, you'll know where it is, because there will be a single fan actually on the motherboard itself. Your CPU is usually underneath that. In between the CPU and the fan is what's called a thermal paste, and it's a metallic based paste that literally goes between, and it sandwiches and it conducts the heat, similar to how oil conducts heat in a car. This conducts heat. It transfers the heat from the CPU into the cooling unit and the fan, and then helps that disperse the heat so your CPU doesn't overheat. If that dries out, so like my room is a very dry room environment. My room has no humidity to it at all, and I run my PC a lot. So it's not uncommon in my scenario for about every 6 months, I have to take it apart. I take an alcohol wipe, just like an isopropyl alcohol little wipe, and I wipe off what was on there. It will come right off with an alcohol wipe, and then you just let it air dry. Perfectly safe. And then you just reapply the thermal paste. You can get thermal paste at Best Buy online pretty cheaply. And you don't put a lot. To illustrate best how much you should put, I would say go online and look at videos, and you'll see where people put, it's like 1 pea-sized drop. Because what happens is you put this 1 pea-sized drop, and then when the fan goes on top, it smushes it down, and it completely disperses the thermal paste. And then you just if you happen to have any excess, you shouldn't, but if you do, you just wipe it up with a alcohol wipe, and that's it. It sounds more complicated than it is, I promise. But I have to do that about every 6 months, or my CPU will overheat. Because I overclock my graphics card, so my stuff's running hotter than normal anyway. But it can handle it. It was built to handle it. It's just one of those, when you build a PC like mine, I could alleviate the problem if I went water-cooled, but water-cooled units are just so expensive that I just haven't bitten the bullet. It's cheaper for me because 1 tube of thermal paste will last me for like 5 years. So it's just cheaper and easier for me to do that. But if I went water-cooled and put a water-cooled CPU fan on it, I'd never have the issue. Ever. Does that answer your question? I mean, I could walk you through building a computer start to finish on my stream. But there's really 2 areas you should not skimp on your money. Do not ever skimp on your GPU, your graphics card, and do not skimp on your processor. Get a name brand of both. You will be happier in the long run. That is, motherboards, Asus is the ones I prefer. I prefer Asus over most other brands.
Objects fit on these pedestals.
RAM, Razer makes pretty good. Crucial is good. Crucial brand RAM is OEM, so that's original manufacturer standard. I'm running Razer gaming RAM in mine, so they have their own heat sinks to handle the processing of gaming. And I wrote a program in the background that reallocates the RAM usage of my computer so I can put a little bit more oomph into what I'm doing than normal. Cannot get past this part. Hop, hop, hoppity hop. Yeah, if anybody's watching this and they have, you ever have questions about hardware or installation of a hardware component piece on a Windows-based computer, let me know. I don't mess with Macs. I don't mess with any Apple products. I will say, the only Apple product I own and will own is an iPad because I cannot deny Apple makes the better tablet. I have tried Samsung, I have tried Google-based and Windows-based tablets. I have to give it to the iPad. Otherwise, everything I own is Android and or PC-based. But I was talking about self-care earlier. Building on my computer is one of my self-care things. It's very cathartic for me to take it apart periodically and put it back together. It gives me something very minute I can focus on, something I can just kind of put my time and energy into. And it doesn't take terribly long. It's a good, hour-long project to take it apart, clean it, put it back together. So I kind of look forward to when the time comes that I need to do that again. I think that's one of the other reasons I haven't gone water-cooled CPU, is it just gives me an excuse to take my computer apart every 6 months and clean it. I could do that anyway, but it gives me an excuse to. Man. I'm 2 hours on this same level. Anybody watching this stream, I hope I'm at least interesting because this gameplay is not.
As if 3 different objects fit on these pedestals.
I've played this so much that I feel like I'm training for speedrunning at this point. I want to see something real quick. Let's see. Hobbit, beat, Necromancer. Always looking for more info on building computers to expand your knowledge more. Let's see. Get to the. Take out the harder minions, then wail on him with Sting, all the while watching the health bubbles. Yeah, so basically what I'm doing, I just got to get better at it. Always down to get information from others about things, and I love hearing what other people do with electronics. I'm always looking for more info on building computers to expand my knowledge more. You know, it's one of those fields that, you know, it's useful to know, and it's ever changing. I love seeing how people do their PC builds. I have a design in mind for a really cool PC tower that I hope to one day machine and build, but I don't know enough yet about electronics and servos. I just know what I want it to do, and what I want it to do is I'm going to call it the Mark 47. I want it to look like basically something Iron Man would build, but what I want it to do is whenever it reaches a certain temperature, I want to have panels automatically through heat sensors when it reaches a certain temperature inside of the tower be able to open up the way that like Iron Man's panels would open up to vent. I want the same kind of concept with the tower. And then have the arc reactor symbol as like the power button, and just stuff like that. I had this idea for it, and I was like, that would look really cool. But I am not, while I understand the concept, I am not skilled enough to set up, you know, servos and motors and stuff that would do that. I know the technology exists. It's a matter of just putting it together and making it happen, you know. You know, we have heat actuated servos that you can install, or sensors rather, that would, you know, tell a Raspberry board what it needs to do. That exists already, but it's just a matter of doing the research to figure it out. I understand pretty well how to do like LED lighting and stuff because I do that for cosplays. But wiring up new PCB boards and Arduino boards is something new for me that I haven't messed with, that I want to, but honestly I haven't because of time and money. But yeah, it was a concept I came up with a few years ago and was playing around with as far as design elements. So close. Watching me and playing Skyrim. I haven't sat down. I actually have been meaning to go back and play Oblivion. Finally! Ah! It's over. It's all over! Saving. Saving. This is the longest level in the world.
This boot belongs to Ori.
Yeah, Skyrim and Oblivion have some real serious replay value. I agree. I'm one of those people. I actually enjoyed Oblivion more than Skyrim. I liked Skyrim, and I liked Skyrim's, you know, conceptually and what they were trying to do. But I felt like Oblivion had better variety in it, personally, as far as gameplay, options, races. I think that I liked the Dark Brotherhood quests in Oblivion better than I did in Skyrim. Skyrim, the Dark Brotherhood is very much a broken from within kind of organization, where in Oblivion it's a established thing, and I don't know, I felt like it was more fun to play. All the stuff with the Grey Fox in Oblivion with the Thieves Guild was really interesting to me. So but Skyrim, I mean, Skyrim absolutely has its merits. You know, the dragons, the Thumes, the Greybeards, all that whole story arc was, I think, really interesting. The Dragonborn story arc was interesting. I like how they how they designed the gameplay of being a werewolf or a vampire better in Skyrim than in Oblivion. So, I mean, they both have merits that warrant, you know, 500 hours of gameplay.
Marlene's belt. They've got to be close.
Talking about, the question was asked me, I think it was William earlier asked me, what game I would be, playing next. And I think it would be fun eventually to do one of the older Star Trek games. Partly because I really want to wear my Starfleet uniform on stream. You're going to be playing Elder Scrolls Online soon. I haven't played Elder Scrolls Online, so you'll have to play it and let me know how it is. I haven't done anything with the online stuff they've been doing. and I've heard good things, but it's just I'm generally not an MMO guy. Come on, this is the longest level in the world. Oh my goodness. I'm not a big MMO guy. It's one of the reasons I had a hard time getting into Star Wars The Old Republic. I'm just not an MMO guy. I like single play story. That's one of the reasons one of the things that draws me to.
If I don't cut those dwarves down, the spiders will eat them for sure.
It's one of the reasons I'm drawn to playing retro games. I prefer story over, you know. I play video games to get away from people, you know. It's not really high on my list of things. It's like, oh, I want to, you know, spend all of my time, you know, playing with other people that are jerks. May or may not be. And I've never had, like, a guild of people to, like, play with, so. Now, if you give me a game that's got the option, yeah, you know, if I'm only occasionally, you know, hooking up with other players, but I can also do other stuff on my own, great. And Star Wars The Old Republic is kind of like that. I just had a hard time really getting into it because it was so based in yeah, like I would be terrible at WoW. And I like WoW conceptually. It's just, you know, the closest I get to interacting with others is playing Dungeons and Dragons. And usually I'm the dungeon master. Occasionally the player, but I do a lot of DMing. Ah, no! I fell. I think it would be fun to get a group of people from GNN together and do a one-off. Just a bunch of us playing together over Zoom. Record it, throw it up on YouTube, and just do like a one-off D&D session. I think that would be, just do a one-shot. I think that would be fun. Yeah, there's some people who do it on Twitch. I haven't looked into it. It was an idea I had today that would be fun to do. So it's on my list of things. And then maybe reaching out to everybody in GNN and seeing who with us would be interested to join in. No matter what, you know, get the writers, get different people from different groups involved and playing the game. I think that'd be pretty awesome. Get like 5 people together, plus I would volunteer to be dungeon master, but I'm also open to, you know, somebody else wants to. I may bring that up at the next meeting. We'll see. I've got a lot of other stuff I want to do first, and a lot of other stuff that I want to do on my channel first on here before I get to that far. That felt good. I will say the lighting scheme of my room is actually easier on my eyes than it was to have full lighting with the green screen. Because in order to pull off the green screen, you have to have a lot of very intense lighting on you, around you, on the green screen. It was so hot in here. Especially if I was wearing like my Jedi robes, which are linen and polyester, so they just did not breathe at all for anything. So this is much, and also with them being LEDs, you know, the room itself is a little cooler too, so that's nice. I think that was part of the other problem was the spotlights I was using to get the green screen effect were halogen, so that was just that much extra added heat on me and immediately around me to pull off the temperature, to pull off the green screen effect in my room the way it was laid out. And then I'd have to take it down after every stream and then put it back up. And this just worked out to be so much nicer. Next thing I'm going to do is that bare spot on the wall over there. I'm getting ready to put up some bookshelves and put some of my collectibles on it, get them off my desk, and reorganize my shelving a little better. I've been meaning to do it forever, and now that my room is, you know, on camera, it gives me kind of an incentive. Ah, oh, good thing I saved. May not matter because I think I just... Oh, I really thought I just fell to my death there. Let's see if I can get some mushrooms and get some of my health back before these guys finish me off. Ugh. You too, buddy. Take it easy. Thanks for popping on the stream. I appreciate it.
Let's get out of here!
Alright. Now to get out of here before I die.
The fiend steals our lunch. You will not escape this well. We will find them again after we send him to a beautiful sleep.
Oh, Tom Noddy can't hit me!
Well, I feel like I should have killed more of these spiders when I had the opportunity to, because now I'm dealing with all of them. Ah, no, no, and I'm dead. Let's see if I can't take out a few of them when they come up here to get me. We'll see.
Oh, Tom Noddy can't hit me!
Ugh. Whew. Let's see if I can do this in the next half hour. We'll see what happens. Come on. Get away from this save pedestal. Just found your wife passed out on the couch with your second asleep next to her and is still playing on her phone. Aw. Well. That's, I have no witty response for that other than, I appreciate the dedication. And, that, to a degree, does amuse me a little bit.
You killed both my sisters.
Thanks, you too. Get them to bed. Absolutely. Man, they just get bigger each round, don't they?
Webs are gone now. I'd better catch up with of the dwarves.
That was brutal. That was such a long level.
The Wood Elves returned and captured the weary dwarves. But Bilbo popped on his ring just in time. The Wood Elves took the dwarves.
So they
into
get
the
captured by the
Elven
goblins, Bilbo
and
frees them.
closed the
They get captured by the spiders, Bilbo frees them. Now they're captured by the elves. Guess what Bilbo's job is? Now, if memory serves, this whole section is less so about any combat, but
Elves have keen senses.
sneaking into where the dwarves are being kept past the elves. So it's all stealth-based stuff, not so much I don't think there's any combat in this level, not that I remember. Could be wrong, but I don't think there is. Bilbo frees them. That's right. Yep.
Have you seen many dwarves that lack beards?
No. Why?
I spoke to their leader, Thorin Oakenshield.
The one in the deep cellar.
Yes. Why? To see if he would reveal his mission.
The answer.
With anger. He said he had no interest in bandying words.
There's something strange here. There's nothing out there.
What was that? I was sure I heard something.
what this is for.
Yeah, not what I wanted to do. I've missed something here. And I fall to my death. Awesome.
What was that? Who's there?
There's something strange here.
And nobody notices the 20-foot door opening.
Hello, Bilbo. You and your companions have done us no harm.
It's our old friend.
Fear that we are the stubborn ones to keep your friends locked in our cellars. I will help you free them. Into the cellars you'll need 3 crystals. Elven King Thranduil keeps them close by his throne. Be wary of the other wood elves, Bilbo. I am the only friend you have here.
Alright, so I'm not going to come across a save point for a while. So I'm going to save here. And I'm going to end my stream on this note. We're coming up on time. I've got about 12 minutes left on what would normally be my stream time. But I don't know when my next save point's going to be. Something is strange here. But I want to thank everybody. We've had some great conversation tonight, and I hope you guys come back on my stream on Thursday. Let's see, today it's Tuesday. Tomorrow, Wolf Angel will be doing Fable, the evil dark side playthrough, if you will. She'll be doing that tomorrow. And then Thursday, I think she's either doing more Fable or Dead by Daylight. We've got Larar, who's going to be streaming this week. We've got Alarith, I'll talk here in a moment, who's going to be streaming some Skyrim and some Fallout this week. Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be back with Pokemon Emerald. And Friday, same time, 7 p.m., I will be doing KOTOR Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords, with the restored content mod. Trying to Be Evil at noon tomorrow with Wolf Angel on Fable, and Dead by Daylight, 11 a.m. Thursday. Now, if you play Dead by Daylight and you want to play Dead by Daylight on the GNN Gaming channel, all you have to do is go to GNN, go to Geek News Now, send us a message. We'll get you in touch with Wolf Angel and coordinate getting you on Dead by Daylight. Same for when she does Sea of Thieves on Sundays. So, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end my stream. Thank everybody who's been on and who watches now and in the future. Be sure to head on over to geeknewsnow.net. Check out all the amazing content. We have an awesome anime giveaway going on right now on Geek News Now on Facebook. You should go check out, see what's going on. And it's free to enter for everybody unless you work for GNN. So I can't enter, so you should go enter and win it for me. On that note, this is Retro with GNN Gaming, and I hope you have a wonderful, safe week. And I will see you again on Thursday. Good night.